And we're live. It's that intro, Joe. I tell you what, it spices me up. I hear that music, and I'm just like, mate, it's going to be a good show today. How you doing, mate? And how you doing to everyone who's in the chat?
G'day, everybody. We have swapped. This time, I'm the one driving, and you're the one at home. How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? What is up? What is good? It is the drive home, and you are driving with me home today. I hope we're all had a wonderful Thursday and are keen for some Thursday night football.
Oh, that's it, mate. And unfortunately, Big J's a little bit feeling sick today. He ended up
Oh, no.
work. Yeah, I don't know if it's the flu or if it's the spicy flu or just like a bug thing, but yeah, I'm just feeling a bit shit. So yeah.
Oh no, you've got what Jordan Sweet gave you, mate. Jordan Sweet's giving you a visit, mate.
He's in my team and he was playing and then he sneezed on me and then coach, see you next week. That's about it, huh?
Yeah, that's going to be my team this week. See you next week, bro. My team is in ruins at the moment, but hopefully we can see some good news. Praying to God that Sexton can come back in the side this week.
Well, that's it, right? You've got this week's kind of double-sided. You've got guys like Jordan Sweet, who's not playing. And then you've guys got, Will Powell came out and did some dodgy things, and then he's now suspended for a while. Did some dodgy things. He's now suspended. Sexton probably gets another game, which for us Sexton owners is fantastic, especially with the negative break-even. And then Tom Green, Adam Kingsley's come out and said, nah, mate, you're not getting a week off. No sitting at home eating the KFC and watching the game on the TV. You're playing this week. So that's it.
There goes all our chances of victory as the Essendon Bombers. We are screwed if they got Tom Green playing. Oh, we're in a world of hurt. But look, please, sexy boy. The most important thing is our sexy boy Sexton can come in and play halfback, forward. I don't even care. Just please play and make us some more money, please.
Well, that's it, because it's that weird position. Him and guys like Big and Ewan, who really have only had one price rise. I think Sexton might have had two, but it kind of feels like one anyway. And it's like, what are you going to do with 170K? Like, cool. You can downgrade and make 50K or spend a little bit more. And I know a few people went Sexton to Comben. Obviously, that hasn't worked out that well. And I think a few people are going to go a Sexton or a new one to Jack Hayes next week. So, yeah, it's not looking terrible, but it's not looking the best either.
Look, dare I say it, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. This is our saying at the moment.
We've got a few people in the chat. How you doing, Boy Dot? Thanks for jumping on. Aero, thanks for jumping on. I don't know if I've seen your name before, so congratulations. Thanks for finding us. We've had a few more subs this week, Joe, so very happy to see those people around. Velo,
welcome aboard.
And Velo says here, just seen his wife's team, and she's ranked 22-23, Joe. Bringing in this week and getting rid of Zach Williams and Yo. Mate, it's these teams. I remember when last year when kind of the grandma team came out of nowhere, and you were just like, yeah, my original team's doing shit, but the grandma team, the one that I've never seen before,
yeah,
bad. I'm slightly worried. Apparently, AFL Fantasy has signed me up to make a team, and I'm a little bit apprehensive to see what it is like. But maybe I'll open and kind of be like, "Cool, you're ranked 180K," and I haven't really touched it since preseason, so we'll see what happens there. Michael's in the chat, Joe, asking, "Anyone know a hack so I can get some more boosts?"
Anyone know? I know, right? Boosts are an illusion, Michael. They never existed. It was all just a simulation. Don't worry about them. Apparently they're going to give you an extra trade during the buy round, so don't worry about the boosts. They don't exist.
There you go, right? And what was it? Velo's jumped on the same way, saying boosts are just our imagination playing tricks on us. Like, they just made Supercoach. For me, the early buy rounds were just 3 weeks anyway. 3 trades that week, exactly. No worries. That's what
exactly.
They were. Right? Afterwards, you went back to doing 2 trades, and then in the other buy rounds, you have 3 again. Whatever, doesn't matter.
I love it. I love it.
Sam's in
So
chat
good.
asking Joe, thoughts about targeting Ryan instead of English and fielding Naismith R2 this round? What do you reckon? Naismith R2 or jump on English instead? Oh, I think we've lost Joe. I would 100%. I don't know. English is at this weird price point, and I'm really considering bringing him in this week. He's only 612K, and he obviously has a decent run and a decent matchup this week. And I think next week he's playing Briggs, and Briggs gives up a decent amount of points to enemy ruckman as well. Obviously, there's Tim English's kickouts as well, just something to be considered there. So, yeah, what's Luke Ryan at the moment? Luke Ryan's break-even.
Yeah, no, English is a great trade in this week.
I don't know. If you didn't have the money spare, I could be swayed to go Ryan just for the 64 break-even. Like, the guy's going to go up a bunch of money again, and it sucks. You're either chasing the points now, or you're just saying, cool, I'll wait it out until probably after his bye. Try to consider that up for yourself, Sam, a little bit. Harry, how you doing, mate? Thanks for jumping on. Global, thanks for jumping on too. AJ, first time I've seen your name as well, so thank you very much for jumping on and saying hello. Bellows saying he Naismith might be getting dropped this week, and I know a few people have been chuckling, especially in the George's Discord, saying, "Oh, glad I've got Naismith. He's doing really well, and he's going to play." But imagine if Naismith got dropped, Joe. Just more carnage for us super coaches this week.
Yeah, I would be unreal. And it would actually be so fitting of Supercoach if that was to happen. I'm sorry if I've been cutting in and out. I'm driving through Endeavour Hills, and Endeavour Hills.
Not great for internet.
It's been blame on Endeavour Hills. No, it's not good for internet. Blame it on Endeavour Hills. So if you got Naismith, you've got Livingston, you got Sweet. It's just like the gift that keeps on giving. This goddamn ruck line, the gift that keeps on giving.
Joe, West Coast Eagles rules here. He's saying he's donated us some money. He said, go grab a lotto ticket, Joe. I think in talk with your GWS and Essendon talk there,
yeah,
maybe it's worth being like, put some money on the game and see what happens. I'm not sure exactly what the odds are either, but mate, maybe it's lotto ticket time because the odds are not in your favour.
West Coast Eagles rule. Much love, brother. Much love. You are a very generous man. I'm going to need a lotto ticket to cry myself to sleep. It's going to be a very tough week. Not only is my team not going to win, my Supercoach team is going to implode as well. So you are an absolute legend. Thank you so much.
There you go. Unbranded, thanks for jumping on. Alex Liam Barris. I'm going to say that's how your name's probably. Yeah, Alex. Sorry, mate. He's asking Gorn VC and C Bont or VC Bont into Dacos, Joe. I know you're not a Gorn owner, so you can say no Gorn, but being unbiased, would you go Gorn VC or Bont VC this week?
Bont VC. Bont VC for sure.
I like it.
Absolutely,
as well.
Bont VC.
Yeah, I like it as well. Richmond give up a lot of points to enemy mids. We know this just off the way that it's going. And I think whenever Bevo comes in and gets a rocket up his butt, Joe, I don't know what happens, but the doggies just do better this week. There's no liver, which means Bont's probably going to end up scoring a lot better as well. And I think there's going to be a lot of 100+ scores coming out of the Dogs and not many coming out of Richmond this week.
No, it's all going to be Jaden Shaw and Vlosten probably.
Yeah. Can't wait for the glad I brought Short in at 398K comments next week, Joe.
Correct. We can see it coming already, can't we? You've probably already read one right now.
Yep. Nah, it's pretty funny when that happens. Global saying his whole household has Rona. I hope I don't have Rona. Haven't done the test yet, but not going to be fun. Michael saying all those who kept Sexton like us, Joe, are going to be rewarded this week. We knew it was coming, right? The Sexton talk was always coming. I don't think it was unjustified him getting dropped when he did get dropped because his scoring wasn't great and then got moved around and Atkins came in and kind of kicked him out of the role. But when you're getting 30 to 35 touches every week in the VFL, there's pressure for the coach to bring you in, especially when a lot of these younger, inexperienced players kind of have poor games. So he either was going to play halfback, which I think he might now with Powell not being in, or there was going to be a spot up forward for him. So we'll see what happens there. Harry's saying he's going Butters into Bontsy.
Well, Lukosius is being moved forward, right? There was an article that Lukosius that it was a mistake. So that now opens up another spot in defence. It might be a battle between Long and Sexton for that spot. Sexton has been emergency every week, so I reckon he's close to getting names. He has to be.
Yep. Yeah, no, I definitely think so as well. I remember seeing that article during the week, Joe, and, you know, if Sexton's going to play, that's fabulous for us. I think it's a great time as well because even with the likes of Closey, maybe not having to share the kick-ins as much as what he had to do last week, so could end up being very, very good for those owners. Kai saying here, Luke Jackson playing R2 for the third time. Who would have thought it's going to save me this week? So, yeah, Kai, I think that's very, very true. I've even seen some people bringing in Luke Jackson, and I know I've spoke to Joe about it off air and on the video yesterday as well. It's he could end up being the saviour for a lot of people, and we'll wait and see. He's got to come back playing good at some point, right, Joe? Or is Luke Jackson just in?
I think this is what he averages. And we've seen it historically when we look at his DFS, his player profile. When he's playing by himself, he's an 80. When he's playing with Darcy, he's an 80-odd average player. Without Darcy, he's 110. We saw it last year when he was playing with and without him, and now we're seeing it right now before our eyes. He's got Darcy in the side, and he's averaging 80 points. So it is consistent to form, and for me personally, I don't want to spend that much money for someone who's going to give me 80.
Yeah, definitely. I think maybe post-buy, if he ends up being around the 400k mark, could be there. But as someone who you may have started and just kept for the whole time, fantastic. Because I know a lot of us might be bringing in English. Some people might even be a bit cheeky, Joe, and bring in a Brody Grundy this week. We'll see what happens.
That would be very cheeky. Very, very cheeky.
Aussie Abroad saying here, Will Powell out for 5 weeks equals Sexton tick. So I'm glad to see that as well. Nice seeing you, Sim. Thanks for jumping on.
Simmy, how's it going?
Sexy back with Dimmer. I love it. Maybe we'll get him to do a bit of a dance. We'll do up like a, we bringing Sexy back.
Yeah.
Joe can give us a song next week if Sexton goes big and we've all got him on field. No pressure. No pressure. It's just me. Let me see. Hey, Freddie, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. I think Joe's coming back. He's just jumping in his house. Going to turn on the PC and pull up the green screen and let's go. Zach Reed is definitely playing VFL this week, and it's nice. It's good to see these players coming back. I know as a North Melbourne supporter, Griffin Logue was obviously coming off big injuries and now has done his hamstring again. So it's not great. So Zach Reed being there could offer us another cash cow for those people that kept him this whole time. Someone to downgrade to for those people that got rid of him ages ago. Only problem is we now lose another loophole, and I know he saved my butt a couple of weeks ago and potentially could be doing the same thing for me this week. Hey, Corey, how you doing? Thoughts on taking the sweet donut? You can. Look, you can. I'm against it, but you can. I traded out Grundy last week, and my R2 is looking very bare. And the thing that I hoped was never going to happen has already happened. So, Sweet obviously is a fantastic pick, and it's going to suck having him on the bench. But perfect time to grab a Tim English or a Max Gawn. You know, maybe not as good, but there are options around this price that you can definitely jump on. I think even Tristan Cherry is currently sitting around the R2 mark at the moment. So might be someone to go into. Just have to watch out for your round 14 buy players. I know I've got Max Gawn there. and he's slowly adding to the number of players I have at this point. So it's not great. How you doing, rookie coach? Thanks for jumping on and saying hello. Joe will be back soon, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot of fun and a good show today. I have not been, I'll tell you what, before Joe comes back, right, I have not been this excited for team sheets in a while. Just kind of seeing where a few of my players will play, if they'll play at all, and a few movements as well across the board, hoping that Biggie Newen maybe might get named. Sexton looks to be getting hopefully named as well. I would hate if a Livingston was named, but it could happen. I don't see why not. Obviously, we know Jordan Sweet's out, and yeah, just a few more of these players moving around. It's going to be bloody fantastic. What's my thoughts on Oliver and Jones? Cool. In for Roberts and Powell. I like it. And this is something that Joe and I were talking about last night as well in our final trades, was maybe not automatically just throwing Cadman to the Wolves because he does have that lower break even. Getting rid of someone like a Roberts, we all thought, hey, he might end up being a keeper, but that 50 in his run has just tanked his break even. He's got over 100 break even this week. And similar to a Powell, he's going to lose money. I don't see him scoring the 108 or whatever it is to actually keep him at the right score. So, yeah, it might be time for Roberts to go. Keep a Cadman, who still has, 63 average. Let me quickly just check. 63 average break even of a 49. So if he makes his average, he's still going to go up in cash. Get rid of the guy who's going to lose you money. Have some nice money in the bank. I think a lot of us might be going like a big and Ewan. If we got Freddie here, right? A lot of us might be going a big and Ewan to Jack Hayes next week or a Sullivan. You can either make some more money, do a sideways trade, or just go one up, one down and then get someone big into your team, or just keep on with the money. There's no negatives really to this, especially if both players are not going to hit their break even. So I like it, Freddie. Ooh, Aero, first year back on Supercoach after about 5-6 years. Mate, and that's the beautiful thing. Every year so far, like 2 years ago, boosts came in. And it was like, cool, we've got this new mechanic, things like that. Last year, other things happened. And then this year, maybe boosts were last year, and then DPP was the year before. But then this year, the fixtures changed and things like that. So your old guard, the people who've been playing for 20 plus years, they'd love Supercoach to say the same. They're like, cool, I know exactly what I'm doing every week. I know what to look out for, especially with players, trends and things like that we have to do. But, mate, this year of Supercoach is fantastic. I wish I had a couple more trades. I wish I had a couple more boosts. Nice to see you, Joe. But we're doing okay. It's been a fantastic year. After the buys, a lot of stuff's going to slow down, and it's going to be a case of which captain am I putting in this week? What's my team looking like? Do I need to dodge any injuries? But up until that, not too bad.
Absolutely. Absolutely. How we doing, guys? I'm finally now sitting in front of the computer screen, and I always like to dress down for you. I come out of my work clothes and I chuck on a t-shirt. It's pretty funny. We're about to meet a bunch of people that I dressed down for you. Hope you're all having a good time. It was a bit of we switched roles this week, which was pretty funny, having me be the one driving. And now we made the thumbnail actually work out. I'm always driving in the thumbnail.
That's very true. I never thought of that, to be honest. Maybe we should do that more often. If I move offices, like potentially I might be doing at some point, there'll be a lot of Big J home when the drive home's on. So yeah, we'll see in a few weeks if that ends up happening or not.
Yeah, absolutely. Kai here. How's it going, Kai? Park on a plane this week is a surprise, but I think it's because of a 7-day cross-country turnaround and Carlton on Friday next week. So we'll just be up on the North Melbourne VFL side.
Mate, everyone can beat up on the North Melbourne VFL side. I think North Melbourne pretty beat up on themselves as well at the moment. So yeah, it's an issue. It's a problem, but that's okay.
Mate,
well, it'd be interesting to see what happens, because I know a few people still don't have the Heaney, and Heaney has started to drop in price at the moment. I know there was a point, Joe, where we were wondering if he was going to end up being a 700K player. Obviously hasn't worked out, and the break-even of 135 versus, he's projected of a 129 at the moment. So, yeah, if you didn't have Heaney, you're okay. One person who people still don't have, I don't know how this is happening, People don't have Flanders in their team. How do people not have Flanders, Joe? I don't understand.
I have no idea. I don't know. It's the people who didn't start him, obviously, and have had other fish to fry. If I look at his ownership, he's in 53% of total teams at the moment. Pretty surprising for someone who's going to be F1 or F2 for the season to only be in 53% of teams. It's a little bit surprising to me, but hey, people will get him in eventually.
I hope so. Maybe they're waiting for his buy round to happen and then they can bring him in. But yeah, it's not the best.
No, it's not.
What's the likely? Oh, sorry. What's going on there? What's the likelihood of Tunstall playing this week, Joe? Do you think Brisbane had three big injuries this week? So yeah, I know Brisbane's definitely looking out for a few mid-season draftees to fill some of their defensive spots. So if someone from there comes through, I know there's a nice WA player that a few of the North guys are looking at as an option, and some other players there too. So yeah, might get some 102k players that become premiership players in their first year. We'll see what happens.
They lost 2 forwards and 2 defenders. Lincoln McCarthy is a small, so it's possible that Tunstall can come in and replace Lincoln McCarthy there. There is a hope. Maybe he's fighting for a spot with Archie in there. Not entirely sure what Archie's. I mean, we could just pull up the injury list now, I guess. Let me just present the screen. Present the screen, and then go down to Brisbane. So Archie might be fighting for that spot there with Tunstall to see if he can get in and replace, obviously, the injured Lincoln McCarthy, who's going to be out for an extended period with his knee, out for the season. That would probably be his one other only competition. There is, of course, Zach Bailey, who's going to come back in 2 to 3 weeks. So that's then also going to put on extra competition for spots in the forward line. Now, if you've already got Tunstall, he's already had 1 price rise. You're hoping that he can get another one ahead of Archie, who's going to be who's a test for this week.
Mm-hmm.
Any chances of them playing? Well, Archie is available. So he's available. It's not even just going to be a test. He's actually genuinely available here, according to Michael Whiting. So, yeah, if he gets the ticket ahead of Archie, then you're looking good. So at this point, I'd say it's a 50-50 chance of playing. You would know more about Biggie's chances than I would, though.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm not sure if the club's super keen on what Pink did this week, and I think Biggie had an okay game in the VFL, so maybe he's pushing down the hole. Callan Dawson is still a few weeks away, and Griffin Logue's just re-injured himself and might end up, basically having a 1.5 year ACL just due to other injuries as well. So the ACL will be fixed, but if you do an ACL you do your hamstring while you're running, recovering from the ACL, doesn't look great, I have to tell you. So he might just be out for a longer period of time as well. So, yeah, it's not fantastic and kind of gives warrant and gives some notion to some of these North Melbourne defenders. I know there's a Blight, and I think Blight is a fairly important North Melbourne name. So you might pick him up mid-season draft, and I think he's a bit of a Sam Collins type defender as well. So that'd be pretty good for us.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I thought you were saying it's a Blight on your team. I didn't know that
it is a Blight on our team. There's no problem there. Everything's Blight on our team at the moment, Joe.
Hey, Michael, Bevo destroyed my boosts anyway. Mate, what hasn't Bevo destroyed? Seriously? What hasn't he destroyed at this point? Johnny, hey lads, straighting out Fife and Roberts, thinking of bringing in either Ryan and Jones or Nick Martin and Sinclair. What should I do?
Look, so I think at the point of the time, I think we're at the time. What am I saying? I think we're at the point of the season where you need to fill out the amount of players you've got in your team and get rid of rookies. I would do the second one. Nick Martin, I think, is going to be a keeper for the whole year, either in defense or a cheaper M8 or at least a bench position. And I think Sinclair is going to be okay as well, playing some more mid minutes. So if you can get both of those, instead of just going the one player in a cash draw, I think we're okay. Only thing that would stop me from it is Luke Ryan's going to go up in price this week. Like the 197 is going to make him go up in price. That's okay. But it really depends on what your cash gen is like. If you're limited, if you do not have a lot of cash gen in your team, then, hey, chuck Jones in. Because I know a few people are in that type of situation. But if you do, if you're okay, 100% do the second one. Get rid of two guys who weren't going to be keepers. Put two keepers into your team. You're laughing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, Nick Martin's a top 6 defender. He's averaging 110, and that's including the slow start to the season. You look at his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at his last 6 games, mate. It's been wonderful. You know what I mean? So he's doing really well. Look, if we do it by 3-round average, he is averaging 120, mate. So look, it's a fair shout doing both Nick Martin and Sinclair. You're really hoping that Sinclair can push for that.
What buy round does Sinclair? It's the only issue that I may have with it. He's not round 15 buy. Okay, fine. So you're fine. Like he shares the backline with Nick Dacos at that point. You're okay. So yeah, there's no issues there. Correct.
And he's going to be playing in the midfield. He tends to score better in defense than in the midfield, but you never know. If Riley Bonner gets dropped because he's a spud, and Sinclair goes and reclaims that old position in the back line, that's sensational. But yeah, he's looking the goods. They're going to get some cavalry back at the Saints, which could potentially push Sinclair back into the back line. They've got Brad Hill is even pushing forward now, so it just increases the opportunity for Sinclair to play behind the ball. And if he does that with the wonderful look at the run to come.
Yeah, they got a lot of
Marvel Stadium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 games to come out of 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 10 out of 15 games to come, all at Marvel Stadium, if you don't mind. 10 out of 15. There you go, 2/3. 66.67%. So that's and he plays his best at Marvel Stadium. So it's a fair shout. For that price at 537,000, he's already gone down 60 odd K, which is really impressive. There's real value there to be attained. And if you want to go for value, obviously you're spreading thinner as opposed to collecting all of your assets into just key prime targets like a Luke Ryan. You're spreading out your riches across a number of different lines and you're going for quantity over quality. And hey, it could work. It could mean that you have extra depth in the event of an injury. You could end up having extra premiums there on the field. So, and you never know, Luke Ryan could have a stinker. He's playing against the Swans this week, and the Swans, you saw what they did to Whitfield last week. They could send someone to Ryan.
Yeah, I think as well, just going off the idea of getting rid of two guys on field that aren't scoring great, and putting in two guys you consider to be keepers is probably just better in general, really, regardless of who will be Ryan or not bringing in.
Fair enough. Sarong or save and take Clary?
See, I like the Sarong pick just due to the low break even. He does have an 87 break even, but it's the buy round at the moment. Zach Merritt shares the buy round. There's so many good players that have that round 14 buy that it's going to hurt. It's really going to hurt. It's another primo you're missing out in that league. At the moment, I already have Tuke Miller, Walsh, and potentially a Nick Martin missing. If I throw Clary and a Zach Merritt in there as well, and a Petrarca, I could have 8 mids missing this week, plus a Max Gorn, as well, plus a Flanders in my forward line. At some point, something has to give. Yes, you can cover these guys with rookies. That's okay. But at some point, something has to give. And if you've got Clary, fantastic, you can pick him up. But the buy round just hurts, man. It really just hurts. The one thing about Clary is I'll say, fantastic player. We know what he's capable of. Everything's great, whatever. But looking at the score from last week, I'm pretty sure he was the only good player. So he was the only Melbourne player that actually scored well, and the rest didn't score. Like Stephen May was the next one, and then it was
Yeah.
defenders. So it wasn't like all the midfields did really well. It was Clary, and then everyone else was shit. So I don't know.
Mate, Clary is the best. He is number one. He is the best. Check out the best.
Apparently so.
AJ, do I get more and cop the sweet donut or get Jackson and no donut? I prefer more.
Yeah, if you have to, do more. Jackson, I think we've worked out with Joe, isn't going to be a top 6 mid. Sorry, top 6 forward. So more definitely looks like he's going to be. I would do more instead.
Look at this 3-round average. It's having 130, if you don't mind. Dylan Moore.
He's doing pretty well.
He's doing pretty damn well.
Not
No, it's coming. It's already come. Daniel. Boys, I'm getting Jaden Short this week. Am I crazy?
A little bit, but that's okay. That's all right. You can do it.
We love crazy. We love crazy. I mean, let's you want to look at Jaden Short, mate. I don't know what. Let's have a see. Why do people like Jaden Short outside of that price point?
Because he's cheap.
Is it only the price?
Yeah, it's because he's cheap.
It's because he's cheap. All right, let's have a look at his history. All right, he's never gone over 98. Ever. 98.6. All right. Never gone over 98%. So what's happened? What's he's done? He's done so far this year 130, where he took 8 kick-ins, and then 88, 64, 60, 66, 15. Why is he scoring so bad? He's had 24 disposals, 19 disposals, 21 disposals. It's not a great heat map.
No, it's not.
A great heat.
Yeah, it's I think it has a little bit to do with just the quality of the team at the moment. Richmond's got a lot of these players who are a little bit older, Joe, and they're trying to offload them for some draft picks. And I think they're giving some of the younger kids a bit more of the role. I'm not sure what his kickouts look like, but yeah, it's not great.
I wouldn't go with Jaden Short.
You bring him in to be a keeper. I think you could probably get away with getting McKercher in for, 90K cheaper than going Jaden Short and being sad that you've got Jaden Short in your team. That's kind of my feeling.
Hey, Ro, Livingston has been the best 102.4K I've spent this season.
And there's a lot of these type of players. I tell you what, who did we have last year? Do you remember who we had?
In the ruck line?
Yeah, as our R3. Do you remember? Captaincy last year. Was it Comben? No.
I think it might have been, actually, yeah.
Maybe. And I remember the year before there was a Freo guy, and then he ended up...
No, Madden. It was Madden. Yes, Grace Fit. Well done.
Madden. And then he ended up going up in price because he no longer was a first-year rookie. So it's so sad.
Exactly. Leandre Pandulis.
Someone should go get Livingston's. Someone should go get Livingston's signature and saying thanks for being a captain this year. You never get a footy card. That's okay. You kicked the goal in the preseason, but thanks for being a captain for the whole season. And your loophole's fantastic. So thanks, mate.
Legend. As long as you have Luke Ryan, you will be fine. That's what I'm doing. In Luke Ryan, we trust at the moment.
There you go.
Stuff the donut. We've got Luke Ryan. That's all we need at the moment. Donuts can be covered. We don't care. Lizard Man, anti-botting sweet. Wow.
Mate.
For now.
Yep.
Unreal.
Well, that's Unreal. It too. There was some people who, had him as R3 and just had him as a cash cow. At that point, cool. He's made you some money. He'll make some money next week and so on. But yeah, for us people who, I think ultimately it's cost me 2 more trades to bring in a player, but I have filled out other players on my team, so it's not as bad. Yeah, I scored a 74 instead of a 130, but I made it up on Sarong versus some rookies last week. So I think I'm about 50-50 I'm just kind of forced to bring in a rookie. So bring in a ruckman this week.
Simi, anyone worried Bevo will do to Bont versus the Tigers what he did to Bont versus the Eagles?
I think if Libba wasn't out, I think there might be some worry for things like that. But no Libba. I think Riley Sanders comes back in. Obviously, no Dunkley and no of these other players as well. I think he'll be okay. I do think he'll be okay.
Yeah, 57% CBAs. That wasn't a complete anomaly. Outside of that, 90, 81, 81, 75, 79. Like, this one was a weird game, why he's had so few CBAs. But yeah, as you say, without Riley Sanders in there, without Libba, he's going to have to do some heavy lifting in the midfield. And why wouldn't he? He's in good form now. He almost got them over the line single-handedly, both he and English against the Hawks last week. So, yeah, it's no worries with the great man. Just full send it, brother.
And as we've seen with a few other teams, obviously Elliot Yo's out this week, so we won't see it much. But West Coast kind of nullify opposition mids. It's one of the best things they have. Their ruckmen give up dog shit points to everybody. But their mids are not bad. So, yeah, it kind of makes a little bit of sense there.
And because of that, also piggybacking on that, they're really good at negating the inside mids, as you say, because how well they've been played. But my boy, DP3, what did he score on them? 148, 81% CBAs. He's coming around, boys and girls.
You know who got injured halfway through the game? Who got injured halfway through the game? No Elliot Yo, no West Coast Joe. So
it was in the third quarter, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the guy still scored
148. Fourth quarter. What was it?
Yo. It wasn't in the
When did he get injured?
Let me see.
When did he get injured, Elliot Yo?
I got it right here.
Oh, 50% Tog. Whoopsies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's kind of when everyone turned on and was like, oh, shit. Nick Martin, 120. Zach Merritt went big. Darcy Parish went big. Like, yep. That's what's going to happen.
It doesn't matter. DP3 is the real deal. He's the real deal, DP3. I wanted to start him for a reason. And, yeah, he's a fine trade in if you want to get him in.
Yeah.
Rookie coach, how's it going, man? Lads, do we do the smart option and bring in Ryan and Jones, or go for some value and get Dale and Clary instead?
I like the second one.
Clary.
Similar to the other person that was talking about getting in Luke Ryan and Jones, or Oliver and Nick Martin. I think getting rid of more players on field and putting in more guys you would consider to be primos is the better option at this point. I currently have 6 spots left to fill. If you can make your team go down to 5 or 4 this week, you're in a good position to be. Do that instead of chasing Luke Ryan. He will have a stinker at some point. If he doesn't, the points that you make over me, because I've got Howes and Luke Ryan, or Darcy Jones and Luke Ryan, and you've got Dale and Clary, will always outscore what I have. Clary could end up outscoring Luke Ryan this week, and then you've got Dale versus a rookie. Like, the only reason why you would do it would be for the cash gen. Like, straight up, that's what it would be. So it works out a lot better, I think, for you in the long run. And getting rid of some of these players. The only reason you wouldn't do it is because of the buy rounds. So if you don't have a lot of playing there, it's okay.
The Bulldogs are here. Clary is another one that you're adding to. So I've already got the 2 Suns boys in the mids, plus Flanders. I'm hoping to have Petrarca, maybe Oliver. I'm hoping to have Stewart. I've already got Merritt. I've already got quite a few players in this round 14, but I don't want to add any more. And that's why getting like a Clary, for example. So, but Dale, he's in the last buy, which definitely is very beneficial. And he is cheaper, as Big J says. I don't know if I can watch a Gorn game without him VC or C.
Yep. Or have him in your team, just in general.
Mate, at least you have him in your team. Just get out of here, bouncy, mate. Just bounce along.
I know.
Boy, who's your captain? And VC. Bont, Merritt, Sarong, Gorn, Dacos, Rao, Laird, and Green. It's hard to go past Bont into Sarong. It's a Bont into Dacos.
Yeah.
Considering those matchups.
Into anyone. But I think Bont's kind of there's not a lot of people. I mean, Nick Dacos is the only one out of the other Sunday games you could pick, and Bont plays the last game on Saturday. So you've got like 6 games beforehand. Sorry, 5 games beforehand where you can play around and say, cool, Bont captain. Like, if you want to go Max Gawn and be different, sure. If you want to go Walsher and Oliver or a Petrarca this week, sure. It doesn't matter, because I think Bont captain is what a lot of people are going to do, and that might just be the staple this week. It's just Bont captain. Everyone else is just fluff and fun.
Yeah, for sure. And the benefit, though, having Bont... Yeah, exactly. But also, if everyone has a Bont as a captain, and who knows, what happens if Bont ends up spending more time forward like he did against West Coast, and everyone's got him as a captain, but you have him as a vice captain, you've
true.
all of a sudden got a leg up on the rest of the competition, in that you aren't hamstrung like everyone else. You can get, and it's always ideal for you to have your best scorer, or the one that you anticipate he's going to give you your best score, as your VC, and then you can either keep it or you can roll the dice and do even better.
What are you expecting Bont to score this week? Let's say Bont's the seatbelt. He's the thing that's going to be his safety net. What would your vice captain, let's say Bont's captain, what would your vice captain have to score this week for you to say, cool, I'll take that and not risk the Bont? Right now,
I reckon Bont's going to do similar.
Supercoach has him projected only as a 117. So it's not great. But you reckon he's going to score a 140? So if you've got someone around a 135 to a 140 VC, you'd take that. I mean, you'd take it anyway, but like, you'd take it this week?
I took Zach Merritt's 121 last week. You just gotta, you don't. It's not worth the risk. You get to a point where, all right, someone's gonna average. You're anticipating. Oh, Sarong might go 130. So you're fading. You're avoiding the guaranteed 121 and risking it for 9 extra points when it could very easily go wrong. That's why I have a 120 plus sort of cut off for my VC and C. And I reckon Bond's going to go easily surpass 120. But if he doesn't, then we roll the dice with Dacos.
Yep, fair enough.
Ross, your team can win Joe, not coached by Bevo. Unfortunately, Ross, it's true. Bevo is not our coach, but Bevo doesn't coach the other teams either, and there's always a winner and a loser in each of those games as well, Ross. The problem is it's not necessarily just Bevo and you're going to lose. The problem is we're up against the Orange Tsunami. And they look good. They've got Tom Green who's going to play this week. It's just like, bloody hell. Why is this happening to us? Mark Lavelle.
Come on, Mark. Thank you very much, mate.
Green and Caldwell out. Parrish.
Green? I guess Green's named. Now, the big thing with Green being named is I don't know how much he's actually going to do. If he thinks he's not ready, but the coach says, hey, mate, you can play, does that look better or worse on Green Joe? Does he say, oh, look, I'm injured, I'm going to take it slow today? Or does he just go, hey, look, my coach says I'm 100%, but I'm probably not going to be 100%. What's going to happen?
Look, they've done it right here. They've played it absolutely correctly here, the Giants. This is top notch. Tom Green will light up for Saturday's match with Essendon despite being subbed out last weekend. Look at this. This is glorious. They're taking the absolute P155 out of him, and that's just the class of the Giants. Look, I don't think it looks bad. I think he's being pushed to play. People always want to be conservative with their health and safety, but if he's cleared, which he's been cleared, they came out and they said in the scans that there's no structural damage. If he was able to train, he was able to play it out, he'll be fine. And I would not be trading him out if he's playing. He's a good inside mid. They're playing for Callan Ward's 300th, and they're playing in the perfect, pristine conditions of Marvel Stadium. They are the Orange Tsunami. They love to run and gun and use beautiful ball movement on the outside. We saw what they did to the Swans before it started to rain. They were well and truly on top. The rain came, and then the Giants were flushed away. So the Giants are going to come on and put on an absolute exhibition this week, and I am not going to be happy to watch it, is all I'll say. Hopefully Tom Green can perform really well. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, no, I think so as well.
Short was out of my team so fast at the start of the season, baited me so hard.
It was a hard pick for a lot of people. A lot of people got burnt, and it's kind of those things, like not many people started Oliver at all. If you were going to start him, obviously you got him out straight away, or just because he didn't start. But Jaden Short, man, these picks, they just pull people along for a ride, and it's a tough one.
Apparently Luke Jackson, according to Footy Rhino, Sean Darcy won't play tomorrow night. The Freo Dockers big man tested the calf out at training this morning and experienced some tightness, no risk approach. What does that mean?
Joe. It started. I told everyone, I said, Sean Darcy's going to come back. He's going to play a couple of games. They're going to have stuff, and he's going to be like, cool, yep, slow approach. If they were pushing for finals, if it was a Collingwood or someone, they'd be like, yeah, no worries. He'll probably play. But this managed approach for these big guys, I don't think Jackson's going to be a good pick anyway, because he had a few games last year when he did that. But how does Sydney go against opposition rucks? Let's pull that up first, Joe.
Mate, am I actually trading in Jackson this week?
Are you? Are you going to do it? I told you to do it yesterday, but I don't know.
Because Jackson without Shrek is obviously better than with Shrek.
But what if Shrek's back next week? Then you've just got Jackson.
Why would they risk it?
Sydney give up 50% extra score to Rucks. Okay. You're going to do it? You're going to start screaming out Luke Jackson? Chat, let us know. Does Joe do the Luke Jackson or not? That's it. Let us know down in the comments.
Mate, Luke Jackson's, I don't know.
You can go Luke Jackson and Oliver in this week, Joe.
Yeah, but
have enough money.
I'm not entirely sure about Oliver 100%. I mean, Jackson, even without what's his face, Darcy in the side.
Yeah. Well,
he wasn't even scoring. Right? He wasn't even scoring.
Outside of North Melbourne, who are obviously crap. It hasn't been a great run for him, but maybe what if Shrek's going to be out for a while?
He was out for a while here. When did Shrek
what if he's going to be out for a while again?
He's going to be out for a while again. I don't know if we're going to see some better scoring. He was out till round 5, Sean Darcy. So up until round 5, he was out in round 5. What? He only scored 72 against Port Adelaide by himself. What a joke. Seriously? He let friggin' Soldo hold him to 72? Mm-hmm. Nah, he can get stuffed. I'm not picking Luke Jackson.
Bello says Luke Jackson might be a good pick.
Could be a good pick, but he's not. I'm not convinced. If he comes out and scores a 150, then stuff you, Luke Jackson. You've never done it before. He does it against North Melbourne and then proceeds to do it again. Ooh, but seriously,
team sheets
solo
are
rucking here.
Team sheets are out.
Yeah. All right. Oh, disgusting. All right. Brody Kemp, Mitch McGovern, Ollie Hollins, Jack Martin. We knew this.
Yep.
Zach Williams is out, boys and girls. Trade him out if you haven't already. No one owns Bailey Laurie this spud. Who wins this one? Did we say Carlton?
I think so. I think that's who we put as potentially winning. I think that's who I've tipped this week.
Sure. And then we go to the Cats. So Zach Tui managed, Bose managed, Tanner Bruin injured. Okay, an O'Connor tag is coming, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. O'Connor.
It's the perfect thing to do. Zach Butters. O'Connor to Zach Butters is going to happen because there's no Rosie, there's no one else. But Horn Francis owners, fantastic. But everyone else is...
Bloody hell. So, yeah. That was the risk. That's what we said. I was responding to some comments on the video yesterday. about asking about a VC of Zach Butters, and I was concerned about Mark O'Connor being named, and then bang. All right, so we got O'Connor in. Probably wouldn't risk the VC on Butters. For Port, they've made a slew of changes.
Yep.
Connor Rozier, we know, is injured. Sweet. Poor sweet child. Couldn't avoid
I hope he comes back.
getting
I hope
injured.
Tini doesn't have like a massive game. And then the coach is just like, yeah, Jordan Sweet, see you later. Like, who cares?
Nah, he's too skinny. He's too skinny,
don't need
Dante.
him.
He's a very young, raw kid. He's still very skinny. I definitely think he's third in the pecking order. Once Sweet gets fit again, I think Sweet just slots straight back into the side. Dill Williams is dropped and Lockie Jones is injured. Yeah, nah, good luck to Port. You're not winning this one.
Yep.
Cooper Simpson debuts, then gets dropped.
Yep.
Sean
That's
Darcy
the way.
injured as we know. Yeah, Sam Switzkowski. Paddy Voss. Vossy boy back in the side. Congratulations, Vossy. I got a soft spot for Voss.
And no Nat Fife as the sub this week. Potentially.
No.
Potentially we'll see, but yeah, I don't think he'll end up being the sub, which is great.
Nah, he won't be.
Have him.
He was sub last game. Why would he be
No,
sub
that's
2
what I'm
weeks in a
saying.
row?
You could just sub him every game. Be like, see you later, mate. You're just the sub.
It's pretty funny. And then, yeah, Francis comes in for Tom McCartan as expected. Heaney's still on the ball, not too shabs. We then move to the Hawks and the Saints. Filippo's been dropped. Hooray. Finally, some selection integrity. I've been calling for this for a while. He gets dropped. In comes Liam Henry. Massive excitement machine.
Mm-hmm.
Cross here. Sicily injured. I think that was already widely reported. Everybody knew about that.
Yep.
Josh Ward's been dropped. Morrison's been dropped. Luke Bruce. Yep. Doesn't change my tip.
You'd think it looks good for Jack Hayes next week as well, with no Sicily in the team. Probably no one who can cover him and potentially another 100 score. It just kind of sucks because no Caminiti. But if Jack Hayes is going to be doing good ruck work and then that as well, we'll see what happens there.
And Jack Steele, ladies and gentlemen, we did say on the stream last week that we had some good news that Steele was going to be out of his wrapping on his knee this week.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what happened? He's out of the wrapping on his knee. He's going to be playing naked. Get around him.
You act like you haven't seen it before.
I swear to you, I thought it was going to be Sardis. Why is Nick Hind ahead of Sardis? Why? Brad Scott, what are you doing? Elijah Sardis emergency. Oh, that is just disgusting. We're losing by 80 points. Haynes in, Canelio in. I'm just gonna scroll down. I'm not gonna talk about that game.
You're not gonna like the Gold Coast game.
All right, we're at the Gold Coast game. Powell suspended, we know. Fiorini, he's shit. He's dropped. Swallow managed good. Atkins was shit. He's dropped. What? Why? Why? Oh my God, this is unbelievable. Why? No, seriously, why? All right, at least Sexton's back. Sexton's back. But why is Graham dropped? Oh my God. What is going on? What is going on? Humphrey, Jeffrey. Who the fish is Lloyd Johnston? Why is he in this team ahead of Graham? This is bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm actually annoyed. This is going to be a disgusting round of football. Bodie Euland. No, Will Graham wasn't suspended. That was Will Powell's been suspended. Jesus. Sports nut. Yeah. Green on bench. I know. That's how deep they are. Wait. So is Jackson a buy? I'm not going to buy him. He can get stuffed in the bin. But honestly, Simpkin dropped. Pink dropped. Zane Dersma dropped. Wait, you've dropped a key defender.
Yep.
Will Phillips comes in. Oh,
He's gonna be a key defender, Will Phillips. Yep. That's how it's gonna work.
Why is this not Biggie Nguyen?
Because I think they're gonna give him one more week.
Why is Biggie not even an emergency? I am actually disgusted so far. This is
everything would have been fantastic if if Graham was named. I think that would be perfect. But yeah, unfortunately not. And there's no massive cash gen for us. Especially through the midfield. I haven't heard anything saying, oh look, he's not gonna play. Like, I hadn't heard anything during the week. I hadn't heard he's injured. I hadn't heard anything like he was going to be subbed or he was, being suspended or something. He's just not playing. So, yeah, I'm not sure, Joe.
He's not even an emergency.
I know.
Why would you have Braden Fiorini?
You know what it will be, Joe? You know what it will be? It will be like he's got a family wedding or something like that. And he's got to make the team. Like, that's what it will be.
It says omitted.
Yeah, I know, but they say omitted. It'll be like a personal
Tell
thing.
me family, personal reasons at least.
Maybe he did a dodgy and turned up for training late or something. Who knows?
Oh, my God, Dimmer, you're killing me. All right. Oh, we got... Whoa. All right, this is Sunday teams, boys and girls, so don't get too excited. We've got 4 new names here just in one game alone.
Mm-hmm.
Reef, Edward. Yeah, I mean, how many of these boys are actually going to be playing? Oh, Schultz. Yes, so Schultz with a stupid punch. Yeah. I've refreshed the page. Just calm it down. Mychek injured. McCreary injured. Are any of these guys actually named on the field? Ed Allen's here. Finn McRae's here.
Harvey Harrison keeps his spot. Sullivan keeps his spot, you'd assume. But that's probably about it. Like, I doubt they're going to drop Sullivan. People are saying scroll up for the Richmond and Western Bulldogs teams. I'm not sure if you've missed that.
Must have missed it. Joel Frazier, yes, debut game. Good luck to you. No! Oh no! Oh my God!
And those Sam Naismith owners as well.
Someone just shoot me and end me. Sam Naismith dropped. Yeah. Liver injured Buku. Just someone just honestly, just end my season. It was over a long time ago, but now it's just like now this is just rubbing it in the just rubbing it even more. This is I thought it was already bad. I thought it was a pandemonium at Joe Enterprises, bro. We're going into voluntary administration here. Wind the place up, mate. Wind it up. See, told you, Joe, cry and cheer in one session, bro. Just wind it up. The whole thing is going under. Absolutely disgusting. They call him Joe Carnage, mate. This is oh no.
And no Riley Sanders this week either. So Bonte's going to go big.
So yeah, it's a fight for Archie. So Archie gets the call up.
Yep.
Ahead of Tunstall.
Ahead of Bailey as well, I think. Or is Bailey?
Well, Bailey's still not back yet. Oh no. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, I know. What am I doing? I gotta change stuff now.
Yep.
Don't I?
Well, refresh and see. I mean, you've got enough. No, you're fine. Everyone's playing. You just got to work out what your trades are this week. But everyone's fine. You're just missing out on the donut in the mid, so in the ruck. Everyone else is good.
Man, I really wanted this kid, this Buku Kamis, this deer in the headlights, to at least capitalize on the Richmond matchup. But no, he gets dropped for this. Maltesing. So, Joe, not only is your team up Pooh Creek, but your favorite player is back for the Dons, Mr. Beyond. This is the worst week of football. I might not watch football this week, to be honest. Thank God, this Sunday is Mother's Day because I'm out with the fam. And on Saturday night, I'm going out with the fam. I'm actually probably only watching tonight. Might only watch tonight's football and then just leave it for you to tell me what happened because I don't want to watch. This is going to be an absolute train wreck in slow motion. Unbelievable. Nick Hind is back. Oh, no. Look, we dropped. All right, so my team's lost Carmus and Graham, but we've gained Sexton.
Seems fair.
No, not really. All right. Who was I trading out before? I was trading out Roberts and Powell.
Yeah.
All right.
So you can do that.
Probably still going to be the thing.
Yep. Are you going to bring in a Ruffin? That's the question.
It's not. I'm not trading in Jackson. I'm not trading in Jackson. He's not even top 6 forward at this rate. Averaging 80 is not good enough. I don't think. Is it? Players.
No, I don't think so.
Forward.
Not with Zorko and everyone else doing well. Luke Jackson's currently. Oh, I mean, he's number 6.
Average 100, right? But his last 5 has been averaging about 80.
Yep.
Which would put him F 33, 34, 32.
I brought in F33 this week. Imagine that.
I brought in F32, baby. Let's go.
F33 this week, guys.
He can get stuffed. Oh, no, I'm not trading in Jackson. I'm just not trading. I don't care how long he's out for in Crystal. He could be out till the end of time. I'm not picking Luke Jackson this week. I'm not going to do it. Don't be afraid of the Don's going to lose. Matt, I've already surrendered. What are you talking about? We've already lost. We've lost before it's begun. It's still Thursday night and we've lost. Because how does Hind get a game before Shield and Sardis? I have no idea. Literally zero idea. I feel like driving to the hangar tonight and just sticking up a sticky note, just saying, look at yourself in the mirror. This is just ridiculous. Oh, my God. I have not watched footy for 8 weeks. I might be joining you now. Ranking 50,000. Still coming along. Mate, much love. Thank you so much for watching, man. Can you afford Gorn at all? Yeah, I can. I can afford him. The problem is he's $713,000.
Do it, Joe. Do it for the fans, guys. Put it in the chat. Velo's kind of started it. Put it in the chat. Do you want Joe to get Max Gorn? That's it. Get Gorn. Put it in the chat. That's it, guys. Make it happen. Get Gorn in the chat.
Why would I even want to get... Look, Gorn is 700. Gorn is 713,600.
Get Gorn. That's it.
With a break even of 133. He is going to score tonight. I expect him to score 103. Gorn get. He's not going to go 150 plus. He's not going 150 plus this week. I'd more likely go with Dante Vizentini, Shawnee. Absolutely. He's a very cheap ruck. Oh, my FML. Oh, no. It's up to Joe. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, it is. I appreciate that, Ghost. What do you reckon I should do, brother? What do you reckon I should do? Maybe start a new team, Joe. Loving the kids coming in for pies. We need rejuvenation of the list and great opportunity to blood them. Let's hope we still win. Fair enough. It's a bit too late for me to start a new team now. You can't even catch up to this one. So it's not going to be any good. Joe, joy the club. Do get so carried away. It's just started. It's great. Go Bombers. Hold the faith, Joe. Mate, I'd love to hold the faith. It's hard to hold faith in Nick Hine, though. He can't even keep his feet on a dry day in Victoria. Yes, Joe, Gorney will end your misery.
There you go.
Joe, don't go Gorn. Check his preview. I agree. His history against the Blues, if you watch, you go to season stats, look at 84, 103, and 129. Those are his last 3 games.
Yeah, but look at who's projected. His projected is 141.
The Suns projected to blow up in gazillion billion years. I don't even care about projections at this point. Just because he's projected doesn't mean it's going to actually happen. I'm not trading in Max Gawn for top price. Drop the one. Bro, it's true. You're right, Ricky. You're right. That is correct. But it's only preseason, and you know that the Blues weren't playing full pace. They lost both of their preseason games by a lot to both Melbourne and Geelong. So I'm not gonna read too much into it. Stay anti-Gorn, stick to your guns. I love it.
You're gonna bring him in at some point, though. It's okay.
No, this is his real intention. Don't break him for us.
That's pretty much it.
That's his real intention. Calm it down, Joe. Bro, the blood's coming to my face, mate. The blood's coming to us.
I just looked at my team, Joe. I just looked at my team. I've got 5 rookies who are dead in my team.
5 what?
5 dead rookies in my team.
I think Buku's dead now. I wouldn't be surprised if Buku's dead. He's been given... Wait, who was Buku dropped for? Who's come in for Buku? Oh, Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, Buku's dead.
Unless he plays forward or something like that. But it's funny, if he'd gone to North Melbourne like we would have asked him, you could have got Buku Kamas playing every game and not having any troubles. So, yeah.
I could project with a paper when the wind blows. Yo! Maltesing, mate. He's going bananas.
I wonder if for your team, Joe, if it's better for you to get rid of Roberts. Sorry, get rid of Buku Kamas instead of Roberts. Do you have enough money to do it? Or are you kind of just looking at maxing out at the moment?
The thing is, Buku Kamas isn't losing money because he's dropped. So the money that he's made for me, which is 147,000, it's staying. It's not like I'm losing that 147,000. You know what I mean? So there's no real need urgently for me to trade him out. I just don't want to lose money. So Roberts is definitely going to lose money, and I want to trade him out. Whereas, Livingston, you're here. Hello. No, you can go back here. We're not gonna bring in a ruck. The only ruck we want is Gawn, and that will be in time. In the fullness of time, we'll get Gawn. Not right now.
Mate, I got Tim English in. I'm very happy. That's all I'm saying. I can scream out, English! Every time English does well, instead of being like, fucking English, you're so shit. I hate you. Go get a kick out. So I'm very, very happy.
So what? We're looking at, if I was to get Clary this week, again, there's no rush to get Clary. There is zero rush to get Clary because even if Clary goes bonkers, right? Let's just move him out, right? And we want to look at, he scored really well last week, didn't he? Yeah, he is. Here he is, Claire Nova. Even if he goes bonk, if he scores 91,
you've got 50 minutes to decide because the game's almost started. So,
well, I'm not getting Claire Nova this week. Is what I'm going to say. He's got a 91 break even. 48 break even. If he scores 91, he's only going up 19.7k. He's still value next week. Even if he does well this week, he can still be value next week. So I'm not in any rush to get him in. Right? Yep. I guess.
Yeah. It's more just maximizing. It's more just about maximizing your money. Really, the donut's always So a donut's always worse than not having a donut. And you're always complaining about not having enough scoring potential on field. So, you know, why would you not just bring in a player and then just be like, cool, yep, I've filled a spot. I don't score 2,200 this week. I'm happy, and then move on from there.
Travis, how's it going? Thank you so much, Travis. Who came in for the Lions? Well, the Lions are playing on Sunday, so that is an extended list. There is no Tunstall. It's going to be Archie, most likely.
Bruce Revel keeps his spot, which is cool. I think they were talking about on the video or on the game about how he used to work at Bunnings and things like that. So yeah, probably one of those good AFL stories.
Oh, George Hewitt is the sub.
There you go, Joe.
George Hewitt is the sub.
Yep.
All right. Oliver, come on in, brother. Come on in, brother. Welcome
Jackson.
Aboard. Welcome
Jackson.
to Centre Bounce, Joe, Clayton Oliver. You're coming in.
Get Jackson, Joe. Do it.
Nah, stuff Jackson.
Do it. He's got no Sean Darcy.
Moore?
Sean Darcy won't even play next week. Yeah, you can get Dylan Moore in. But you've still got a donut. That's the problem.
Where? Here. So what? Gorn's going to score 80 points anyway.
It's round, boys and girls, it's round 9. And Joe's saying, so what about donuts on the field? Like, all right. He's kind of
my season's over anyway. But
no, it's
seriously,
not. Your season's not finished.
What is Gorn going to score? Gorn's going to score 80-odd anyway.
Grundy was in the team when Gorn played the last 2 times. Yeah.
Was he, though?
Yeah, I think so. I think that were his scores from
last
year.
Where is he? Where is he? If I was to... Oh, let me just freaking cancel all this. I could have sworn they played towards the end of the season, didn't they? Max Gorn. Season stats. Round 22. He was dropped by then, Grundy. Grundy wasn't there in round 22.
Let me see.
We could open up here. Ruck contests in 2023 for Melbourne. Brodie Grundy. Oh, he was. He played his last game here.
Yep.
And then got dropped. Bloody hell, this is disgusting. What am I going to do?
Don't get a donut, Joe. It's only round 9. Get Oliver, get Jackson. Get Oliver and Jackson in. Be happy when Jackson scores a 120 this week with no shot.
He's not going to score 120.
Guys, what's the over-unders?
Jackson's not scoring 120.
Maybe. We'll see.
Jackson couldn't... The only time Jackson's got a 120 was when he played against you guys.
Who's your captain, by the way? People are saying in chat.
Dacos. Bought into Dacos.
Yeah.
Oh, am I actually going to do this?
Yes, get Jackson. Be happy.
No, Jackson can get stuffed.
Jackson and Oliver's like perfect at the moment.
Can I actually even afford it?
Yeah, you can. If you get rid of Oliver and and Roberts, you can get both in.
But now I'm copping a donut in defense.
No, you're not. Just swing.
Yes, I am.
Graham.
These guys are all dead.
Graham. Where's close?
Graham's dead.
No, swing Buku Kamas and Sexton. Yeah, and put Kamas there. Put Kamas. There you go. Easy.
Easy. Just have to freaking swing all around the world.
It's 2 rookies, mate. Calm down. Looks so much better, Joe.
Bro, it's not even going to be...
You and Dan can complain next week when Jackson scores 130.
Let me scroll out, zoom out, and see what the hell this team looks like now. Oh, Luke Jackson. Oh my god, that is just. I'm sorry. This disturbs me. I don't feel good about this. Nah, I don't want. I don't care. I want the donut.
All right.
I'd rather the donut than Luke Jackson. That's how bad I am at this point.
All right. I tried. I tried. I'll be back 1 sec.
What do you guys reckon? Does this look good? Is this fine? Are these good trades or not? I don't think so. I know, Michael. I agree. I don't want that. I don't want this to happen, actually. Stuff him. I don't like him. I don't like him. I'd rather cop the donut. I could go Max Gorn, and then I can also then get what's his face? Jones. And then Field Jones. I could do this as well. No. Go Meek over. I'm not going to trade in Meek, bro. It's either Gorn or a donut. Correct. One or the other. I want 100% agree with you, Jibba.
Luke Jackson.
It is Gorn or a donut. And I don't want Gorn at this elevated price point. If Gorn pops off, so be it. If he pops off, congratulations. You deserve a gold medal. I want Ryan. Where is he? I want Luke Ryan. I want Luke Ryan in my team. I don't care. The donut can get stuffed.
Mm-hmm. All right. I tried, boys and girls. I tried.
He comes here. I want D1 for the year. I want D1 for the year. And rather than Jones, we get in
You're gonna go
the boy Wanda. Where is he? Kobe McKercher.
I think Sheezel's playing backline this week. So
there you go. Sam Clazy can't be selected as a forward. How did that happen?
Refresh.
How did Clazy get into the forward line?
He's a forward now, boys.
Oh, let me just undo these changes.
Yeah.
Real quick. Might make it easier if I just undo the changes.
I still like Jackson.
Oh, look at this Velo. See that Velo? 82 versus Carlton in a final.
Yeah, but finals don't matter.
Finals are everything, bro.
Finals don't matter. You don't score Supercoach in finals, mate.
Yeah, I know, but no, you can. Clearly, he scored 82.
No, you can't because it doesn't count. Supercoach is finished after round 24. It doesn't matter, Joe.
And then Graham can come here because Graham is dead. And then we can bring in, of course, the boy Wonder, who's going to make us so much money. Kobe McKercher, here he is. Welcome aboard, young boy. Welcome aboard, young man. This is what I had all week long. He can get stuffed. I'm not getting Luke Jackson, and I'm not paying up that much for Max Gorn. I refuse. I refuse. I do not accept. I've faded him all year. I'm not about to spend up 700 and how much? Sorry. How much is Max Gorn again? 712,000. I am not spending 712,000 for someone who's going to score around 100. When his break even's 133, he's going to drop in cash. I'll get him after his buy.
I'm trying to work out. Yeah, I'm trying to work out how can I get Darcy Wilson on field this week because currently I don't have him on field. Doesn't look good.
Just paid how much for Ryan to get? Ryan won't get tagged. Ryan, he plays so far back in defense. Where is he?
This is my team so far. Are you going to pull yours up?
No, sorry. I was just looking up Luke Ryan's heat map. So Luke Ryan, looking at his heat map. Look how deep he is for so many of these balls. This is so undamaging. Why would anyone want to tag someone who just chips it side to side. There is nothing damaging about Luke Ryan. He is the ultimate seagull. No damage whatsoever. This is where you want the opposition to have the ball. So Whitfield is different. Whitfield actually runs up the ground, gets involved in transition. He's someone that you need to stop. But Luke Ryan, he's just playing in front of the big sticks. So he's just shit. Get your boy Parrish instead. Oh, I could, but
No,
I don't want to be. I don't want to be someone who's very biased. No Jackson or Gorn. Good luck, Joe. Mate, I'm copping the donut. I love donuts. Don't you love donuts? Donuts are delicious. I am not about to spend I'm not going to spend that much money for Gorn, who's going to drop in price, and I don't want Jackson. And they are literally it's Gorn or nobody, because I've already got English. It's Gorn or nobody. Yeah, that's all it is for me. Chocolate donut. Let's go, boy. Dot. I love it. Ryan will tank now. If he does, then so be it. Do we think Sexton will score more than Garcia?
Probably. I think Sexton looks like he's playing halfback, whatever that means. But yeah, I think he'll be okay. No Will Powell. We saw in the preseason, Sexton actually came out and scored his big scores when Powell wasn't in the preseason games. And then Powell came back in, I think, off injury. So Sexton kickouts might actually be a thing this week.
Ooh, Sexton kickouts. Let's go.
I'll show everyone my team for this week, and we'll see what I can do in terms of So this is my team at the moment. I really want Darcy Wilson from here to somewhere on field, but I just don't think I can swing it before Optimize. So Optimize has kind of done this weird thing and moved players around that can't actually move where they are. If you can, did you notice that, Joe? That Optimize will actually move players around, even though they're not supposed to be able to go in positions that they're going in.
Oh,
so
really?
Like Optimize will do like 3-way trades when you're not actually supposed to be able to do 3-way trades. Yeah,
it's not too bad. Not too shabby.
Pretty funny. So this was the trades for this week. Obviously, we've spoken about Roberts out, and then Powell out as my two guys who I think are going to lose a bit of money. And then I had Wilson hopefully goes to there. I need to get rid of Livingston somehow. So potentially Sexton goes back. And then I've got a mid and a forward. Livingston goes there. But then I need to put a play here to get Darcy Jones in. And that's kind of where I'm a bit stuck. I could bench Harley Reid, could bench someone else, but I kind of don't have any DPP around here. And no one really there. Like, even if I put Will Graham to the position, I'm still got a defense in a ruck. Like, it's not great. Does anyone have any ideas?
I mean, you could just swing Nick Martin into defense.
Yeah, but then I still have the problem.
And not field Clahisi. And then you can move Reid into the midfield or Wilson.
Yeah. So you reckon something like this, go like, and then just have that. Oh, and then Wilson's on field. Yeah, that works. Yeah, why not? Too smart.
There you go. Lizard Man. Martin to the wing with Dersma out. Yeah, it could be a problem. We brought in Hind, and Hind
kills Martin's score, man. It sucks.
Hind can't play anywhere except for sub. That's all Hind can do. And even then, he ain't a great sub. So, yeah, we don't have anyone else. I mean, I think we might be rotating potentially Nick Cox, having a bit more time on a wing. And that's also what shocks me about why we've brought Hind back in and haven't named Sardis. Because Sardis has played wing for us when we've named him in our team. So it makes
You'd
no
rather bring
sense
in
that
the
we've
like
lost
like
a winger.
Yeah. You'd 100% rather just bring in the like for like player, right?
Even if it isn't like for like, I'd much rather someone who's actually talented, can play football, and can keep his feet with an eye for the future to develop, as opposed to someone like Nick Hines, centre half bench. Bro, I want him nowhere near the bench. I want him centre half bin. I want him. You know where this is going, right? I want him to get in the bin. Nick Hine does not how he still is wearing the sash is out of my brain. I can't believe it.
Guys, if you haven't already, smash that sub button, help the channel grow. And as Boy Dot here says, 167 watching, we've only got 20 likes. Doesn't take you much. Smash that like button, smash the sub button if you haven't already. We're here all season.
Yeah, even when we're doing shit like me.
That's
Hine can
right.
play
We're here for the
Fitzroy.
fans, Joe. Doesn't matter. And that's the beautiful thing about Supercoach right now is my team's not doing the best. Your team's obviously not doing the best, but
Obviously.
we've got people in the chat who are like, yeah, I'm top 20. I'm top 100. I'm top 300. What do I do? And us being able to pass on our knowledge definitely kind of helps there along the way.
Of what not to do. Of what not to do, boys.
It's more just our starting teams that kind of have killed us a little bit more than anything else, I think.
Just a little bit. Bro, but this season can get in the bin. This season should just get in the bin. It's been so hard. Oh, mate, it's been tough. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll let you go. It's 6:58. The game's about to start. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you had a great time. It's always a pleasure. It's always fun. And I'm glad to see you guys absolutely laughing. And yeah, exactly. It could be worse. You could not own Gorn. So yeah, 100%. Thank you all so much for watching. Glad to see that you all had a great time. Of course, I am sort of going a little bit crazy at the moment with my team, but it is all good fun. At the end of the day, it is just a game, and we absolutely love sharing it with all of you guys. So much love to absolutely every one of you guys.
I talked about it a little bit yesterday, but mental health's really important, and Supercoach is supposed to be fun. So if you've got one of those players in your team, people are chatting up Max Gorn going big. But if you guys are worried about players, if you're pissed off about players you don't have in your team doing well, or vice versa, players you do have in your team not doing well, trade them out. The hair loss is not worth it. So just some advice there. I've definitely had that along this season so far.
Yeah, exactly. And remember, guys, if you're feeling like things are going wrong, just remember that I exist and I raise you.
Very nice.
All right?
Don't say that.
I raise you. So it's just a game. Have fun. It's footy. Don't let it take away your enjoyment for this great game of ours. It is the best game. You can't have Supercoach without the football. And it is the best game on the planet. So make sure that you enjoy it for what it is. No need to feel resentment towards players or to yourselves more than anything. Or to yourselves. We're all here. You can always reach out to us on Twitter, on Facebook, on comment sections. We love to talk with you guys and answer as much as we can.
Our team review videos will be out on Sunday night, hopefully, depending on what time the last game is. And then normal live stream Monday at 7:30. So stay tuned for that. Because here at the Centre Bounce, we do the hard work. So you guys don't have to. Bye for now.
See you guys.